glad to be back. I'm glad to see what happened, especially because there has been some roster shifting as far as I'm aware of IBuyFursuits.
Yeah, let's talk about them real quick, as they have a couple of roster changes coming in with Vaden and Golden. However, we also talked about earlier how IBuyFursuits is going to have a sub, and you can see it right on the screen, guys. Aerolax will be subbing in for Corrupt here, as Corrupt dealing with a little bit of controller issues today. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to join us, so our caster in arms has gone over to the IBuyFursuits side to try and get them the win. And Golden and Vaden, you might not have seen it last week, but these guys are not to be trifled with. I played against them, and they are a great team looking into the second half of this league. They definitely have some chemistry going on. Vaden in particular has some mechs that we weren't seeing from IBuyFursuits beforehand. Golden has been very defensively positioned in very good spots. It's going to be hard to take on this team.
Yeah, I think I've even caught a few glimpses of IBuyFursuits last week, and as far as I remember, they looked very lethal, but I also remember that Corrupt has been a big part of that. So definitely going to be interesting to see how Corrupt not being here is going to affect them, even though Airlex, of course, very skillful player himself. So I'd assume he's a good replacement for Corrupt, as he's been in the past for other teams. And I think we will look on another team right now.
Yeah, we will. It's time to talk about Kitten Corp. And this team is a team that most people think is pretty strong, but have not had the results that they might have been hoping for. We've got Joshy Boy, we got Bloomy and Docky finishing out that roster. Joshy third in MVP and average score. But yeah, they have not had the results that they quite want, going 1 and 2 so far. Gonna look to tie up that record in this week 4.
Yeah, absolutely. We know what every one of those people is capable of doing, especially Joshy Boy, who has done some great stuff so far, but I think has been on a bit of a quieter side so far, so definitely going to be hyped to see him get off his full potential, especially now with his new PC setup, his new internet setup, everything coming in.
Yeah.
Definitely pumped to see that.
I definitely agree. I think it's going to be a great match. I do think we need to have some predictions for this one, as it could go either way. Rex, who do you think takes this and why?
As I've just told the prediction too, I think Kitten Corp will finally start to shine. I hope they finally got some team practice in, as I think that's been a part where they were a bit on the slower side to get started, but especially with IBuyFursuits having a sub right now, I think a little bit of chemistry might be missing from them. So if KC is ever going to beat them, I think now is a good chance for them.
All I can say is that I've played both of these teams. However, granted, I did play Kitten Corp without Sharky Boy or Docky on the squad. I think that that's going to make a major difference going into this match. However, IBuyFursuits last week, they brought out an arsenal that I was not expecting. I definitely underestimated that team going into our match, and I think that Kitten Corp might do the same. I'm giving the edge over to IBuyFursuits. I think Aerolax is very good at fitting into a team, and right now he is top goal scorer per game in the league, and I think he's going to let that fuel him to kind of keep those stats up. But the only thing that we can do is see the match and see where that goes. So, guys, without further ado, it is time for our second match of the day. Kitten Corp versus IBuyFursuits, to see who can move up in the standings. Let's go, Rex.
Let's go. Finally a live game. No more recorded games. We can react to whatever happens live. No one knows what's gonna happen as we go into the first kickoff of, well, my first match to see today. And looks like IBuyFursuits here with a bit of a kickoff when it goes straight to Darky, though, back into the midfield. Sharkinobu's left fakes another touch, and Darky tries to get an early goal. Is not gonna get the right touch for that, and we remain at an equal game for now.
Now a long ball up. Docky gonna look for an opportunity, not able to find one. Aerolax will be here with the ball. Sharky gets a touch over, and Van gonna put this over to the corner. Docky, a very nice clear out to Sharky, who's in the wings. Not going to be able to find the redirect, though, and that's what I want to see from Kitten Corp. A lot of those types of plays with the redirects coming out from Sharky. Definitely haven't seen him be very aggressive as of late, and I need him to set that up if Kitten Corp wants to take some wins here. Aerolax, however, going to try and get it past Bloomy there. Not going to be able to find it. And Docky's going to take possession in the midfield. Gets it over one. Van not going to be able to get there. Aerolax coming in with the clutch save. And we remain tied with 3:53 on the clock.
Aerolax already proving what he's worth, saving the ball there, last defender. Well done. Definitely not too much of a challenging save, but great positioning as Sharky has to get a last minute save as well. Golden with the follow-up. No one was there from Kitten Corp, and it's going to be the first goal for IBuyFursuits.
And IBuyFursuits coming out with a really nice shot to start out the game. Golden just putting that into the bottom corner. Just wants to play it safe. Make sure that there's no one there that can get the shot that might rotate in. And now off of this kickoff, it looks like it's going to be over to Kitten Corp once again as Docky gets a good flip, but Sharky a little bit too far forward. Not going to be able to find anything there. Now Aerolax with the shot. It's going to be Sharky Boy with the save. And we move on to the IBuyFursuits edge once again.
Yeah, another opportunity there for IBuyFursuits, definitely bringing out the offense here in their first game of the series. Definitely Aerolax fitting in very well as Golden once again gets the ball forward. It's going mid, and Aerolax puts it a bit wide, unfortunately. Darky now challenging save off the backboard. Gets it to Sharky, who's able to clear the way with a beautiful dowel off the side wall. Aerolax puts it high, Baconov unable to get there. Darky is gonna clear it high though, and Aerolax puts it mid once again. A bit of a fight off the midfield here as Sharky tries to get an offense going for Kitten Corp's side. Does get it against the backboard. 3 touches for Sharky, and the double commit in defense might cost him. Darky puts it in. 1-1, half the game remaining, and what a beautiful offense from Kitten Corp here.
And Docky doing as the player card says, being that shooter for Kitten Corp right now as Bloomy goes and looks for that bump on Golden. Just trying to get out of the way of the ball there, and we'll be able to do that very easily. And now the game all tied up, half the game remaining. And Sharky looking to try and dunk Aerolax on this clear. Not going to be able to do it. Now Docky back to Bloomy. Bloomy with a good 50. Goes back to Docky. Golden jumps high. Docky goes low, and Kitten Corp up by 1.
Let's have a look at this. There was either beautiful play or a bit unfortunate for Golden. Maybe even both. Golden goes high. He shoots low. Perfectly done from Kitten Corp. Now they have a lead, and they are not... or they're gonna try to not give it away. 2 minutes 20 left on the clock. Plenty of time for IBuyFursuits to make something happen, but not if Kitten Corp can keep up the pressure. Here Sharky is gonna try it. Goes to the side wall, good 50 again. Leaves it for someone, but no one's there in time. Darky has to get an awkward save, and a good sequence of event here for Kitten Corp is gonna keep him safe for now. Darky now going for the offense. Neutral 50 against Vayan, but gets beat by Bloomy here, as Golden puts the ball up high. No boost to follow though. Darky puts one towards net. No boost for him as well, as the ball goes to the side. Sharky plays it forward, gets defended away from Aerolax though. 1:40 on the clock, and KC is holding on great so far.
And another shot gonna go a little bit wide from Docky there, but remaining in possession of the ball is Kitten Corp now. IBuyFursuits needing to try and get this one out. Van trying to find someone in midfield to pass to, not going to be able to find it, and Bloomy gets a good touch out of the sidewall. Aerolax getting a little bit bumped on this clear, but still is able to reach the ball before anyone else. Now Sharky putting it off to the side. Van with a touch over to that sidewall as well. Docky going up with minimal boost, but it keeps the pressure going. A minute counting down on this clock right now. And IBuyFursuits need to try and figure out something here if they want to try and tie up this game number 1. Big clear.
Very smart.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Very smart plays from KC here. Just clearing the ball far away from any of IBuyFursuits players whenever they have the chance. Run down that clock. They are in the lead, but this might change right now with an unfortunate pinch. And IBuyFursuits equalize once again. Bit of luck involved, but definitely great play from Golden here.
And you can see Daki just so close to that, but no one able to get there. A little bit of an over-rotation. Bit of an over-rotation from the Kitten Corp offense, allowing that to come out. And you can see Sharky being a little bit salty on that goal right there, saying he wanted to pinch, but not into his own net. Unfortunate for them. It is just kind of circumstance, but you got to really be careful when it comes to those pinches. You got to make sure that you have somebody back for them. Now another shot opportunity as Vayan goes for it. It's going to be a little bit wide, but they're up for the touch again. Daki last back. The shot comes in from Parallax, and he's going to score. 10 seconds left. IBuyFursuits up by 1.
Oh, it's gonna sting for KC right here. Sharky rotates forward, thinks that someone has it in the back, but both Bakinov and Daki a little too far away from that ball to save it. And it's gonna be a late lead for IBuyFursuits. Let's see if KC can get some magic in. Alex puts another on net, and that's gonna seal it. The first game in this, or the last goal in the first game in the series goes to IBuyFursuits. And yeah, we'll see if 7 seconds is enough for Kitten Corp to get one for the road.
And that's got to be heartbreak for Kitten Corp. They played so closely with this match, and just an unfortunate circumstance there allows IBuyFursuits to go up so quick in the game, and they're going to be able to take game 1. That's going to be huge for IBuyFursuits here.
It's definitely gonna be huge for them. You always love to win the first one, especially if you have been down for most of the game, or at least the later half of the game, as IBuyFursuits have been here. But as you know, in Rocket League things can change quickly. Even though Kitten Corp 60% field domination in this game, had the ball very much so in their opponent's half. But in the end, it's the small mistakes, maybe the small luck that happened on this pinch into the goal right there. That helped IBuyFursuits take the first one here, but definitely great plays from them.
Well, I'm going to set up this next lobby. We should be in EU as the rules are alternating servers. So definitely going to be a bit of a disadvantage here to the side of IBuyFursuits now. They did get the first choice, however, and they did pick NA to start out. Now we will also get another pick from whichever team has the highest goal differential in Game 5 if we reach that, but we have to get there first. So, as we get into the second game, Rex, what does Kitten Corp need to do to try and tie this series up?
I mean, honestly, it's been looking very good for them so far. If they can just keep up what they did last game, maybe try to be a little bit more defensive as the last spin to cover for those unfortunate pinches towards your own net, that would be a good thing to do. But overall, I think their play was very solid, and if they can keep it up, they're gonna have great chances in this second game. As I've said, 60% field domination, very dominant game for them. They only have to convert on it.
And now we start game 2 over on the EU servers. However, both EU players seeming to miss the ball real quick as it goes in front of Kitten Corp's net. And Golden gonna take a touch here. Daki will have this ball. And they go up. Gonna try and find a teammate to pass to. Finds it in Sharky Boy. But can't quite get that towards the net. Funny story, they were asking me to keep it NA, but rules are the rules, and we do have to do alternating servers as we have 3 EU players, and actually, I believe 2 EU players, which does constitute for alternating servers in this matchup. Now Golden passing to Vayan. Vayan getting past Daki, looking for the touch, and it's going to be Baking Wolf there to be able to save that one. Gonna be a clutch save needed to keep that out of the net, keep this game tied with 4:05 remaining. Aralax with the long clear, but once again, not gonna be able to find the net. However, Daki can't get to it in time, and Golden's gonna score the first.
Yeah, those long pinch clears of the 50s are really favoring IBuyFursuits so far. Great follow-up from Golden, realizing that Daki is awkward in defense there, didn't get the touch. Almost a pretty open net for him to score there, and it's gonna be the first goal for them. But we also have seen a lot more aggressive plays from IBuyFursuits in this first minute here. Ball has been on the blue half for a lot. Sharky Boy tries to change that. And Baking Loaf puts one on net. No touch on the IBuyFursuits defense there, and great shot from Baking Loaf. Top bins is gonna equalize this game real quick.
And that's an incredible angle coming out from that touch from Sharky Boy as well. It's bouncing down over onto the right side. Bloomy has to get to the other side of the ball and still find an angle on the net to be able to get that. I don't think anyone from the IBuyFursuits side was expecting quite an angle to come out. And a nice save here from Sharky Boy. Going to keep this game tied early off the kickoff. But Vayan with another shot. Daki was in the air for that one. And Sharky might just get this touch. He's going to get it. It's going to be 2-1 to Kitten Corp. And what an exchange right there.
Absolutely greatly done by Sharky Boy, first to beat, and then if anyone is gonna read a double tap bounce, or a rebound bounce rather, then it's gonna be Sharky Boy. Gets the team ahead once again. All they have to do now is hold it in this game, or maybe even grow it. Sharky is surely gonna try, goes off the side wall, gets the ball, mid gets bumped, but Daki's there, shoots on net, Vayan awkward in defense, but gets a touch to the side. It's gonna keep them safe for now, as Eridex almost with a 1v1, but Sharky is gonna be a nuisance, bumping him around while he tries to dribble. It is gonna lead to IBuyFursuits having a bit of offense here. Vayan tries to take control, it gets cleared away from KC for now, and Eric takes it to the side wall. Vayan now, good clear up high, Darky is gonna get a touch to his own side, and we see a lot of back and forth right now. No real pressure building for any team, but Sharky Boy is trying to change that, gets it over Golden around another defender, but Eric is gonna be there for the save, flicks it high, and then with the follow-up, I think Sharky's the last one back, and it's just in.
Excellent rotation here. Aerolax with a perfect pass up. Vayan sees the Daki is going, and they were the last back, and Sharky just can't quite get to the ball in time, and unfortunately for Kitten Corp, that's going to tie up the game. And I think a lot of this server talk does stem from the fact that Daki, while being the main scorer of the team right now, is also a US West player. So they're going to be at a bit more of a disadvantage than a US East player when it comes to these games on EU. However, trying to make sure that that doesn't play any difference in it. But I think you see that Sharky tries to take a little bit more initiative in these sort of games, and especially when they're rotating back while Daki is last back, because they don't want to allow any opportunity for Ping to make a goal become a factor, you know?
I mean, they're definitely gonna try to make it as little of a factor as they can. Sharky now definitely going on a good ping right here. What do we have him at? 40 ping. It's not the best, it's not the worst. Definitely gonna work for him, but for now it's gonna be Bloomy on offense. Tries to get it around Golden, but he gets a touch away. Darky puts towards net. Sharky with the follow-up is gonna get saved by Vayan though. Good defensive effort, keeps us as 2-2, as Bloomy tries to play it forward. A little bit of a double commit there, but keeps the ball safe for now. Sharky gets it mid. Someone there to follow up. Now it bounces right back to Bloomy, who plays the ball up into the opponent's corner. Tries for a 50, but Eric's gets a clear away. Gets intercepted by Darky though, as the ball is floating here. Vayan gets it cleared though. Bloomy there with a touch. It goes to the side. And 70 seconds left on the clock. We are still equal. Maybe the first OT of the series, Lumen.
And you can see such a close game working out in IBuyFursuits' favor here, honestly, as Game 5, if we get to it, we'll be dealing with goal differential. And with that extra goal scored by Aerolax at the end of Game 1, that does put them at a +2. So if they only lose this game by 1, or they win it by 1, it's either going to increase or just decrease, but they'll still be in the lead for that. And if it comes down to server choice here, that's going to be pivotal. However, a long clear coming out. Golden in the perfect position to put that out. If no one was that was definitely in the net. Now Daki trying to find someone in these last 30 seconds to pass to. And Van just going to try and stay up. Try to make sure no one gets the net. Sharky with an excellent save. And a demo from Van is going to allow the pressure from IBuyFursuits. Aerolax not able to get the touch past Sharky there. Ball bouncing, and Vayan can't get the touch. Aerolax going to be the last one. 7 seconds remaining. Both of these teams tied, looking for a win here. IBuyFursuits want to go to match point. Kitten Corp want to tie the series. Are we getting in overtime? We are.
OT! Let's go. The first OT well, the not the first OT of the night, the first OT for me anyway, as Kitten Corp takes control of this wall, Darky gets it mid. Kitten Corp definitely want to try and win this, otherwise they'll be facing triple match point of IBuyFursuits. And, well, as we've said, Game 5, depending on the goal situation, might not favor them in terms of servers, but Game 5 is still a long way off as this ball goes high. Baking though, playing it to the side, and Darky tries to take control. Sharky is gonna cut in, plays it to the side, but Golden is gonna take control, puts it up high with a flick. Golden again catches it to the side. Sharky boy has easily got a touch away, but no boost to follow. He does so anyway with a pre-flip, and Vayan, if that was on net, that might have just been the game for them again. Everything's now with a shot, and Darky is too awkward. IBuyFursuits, 2 games up.
And that's going to be huge for IBuyFursuits now. Going up to a +3 goal differential and taking the game on EU, going back to NA here. This is going to be huge for the squad as a great shot coming in from Arilax. And it's just a little bit of a commit from Darky there over on that right side of the net. Arilax just shoots behind and can't really half-flip to get in the way of it. And my goodness, IBuyFursuits, even with the sub coming in, looking insanely strong.
Oh, IBuyFursuits definitely looking good here. As you said at the end, it's a bit unfortunately Darky doing the cardinal mistake in defense, creeping up past that back post, leaves him, or leaves the net rather, so open for attacks behind him. And that's exactly what happened. As we go and watch the replays, I'm sure we will see it soon. First though, Golden here taking advantage of Darky being awkward in defense. Bloomy with the great shot towards net. And overall, great plays from both sides, but a lot more consistent pressure from IBuyFursuits, I would say. I think they have been the leading team in field domination this game too.
But I still love to see what we're seeing from Kitten Corp in this game. They definitely pulled out the aggression and used the server to their advantage there. Sharky getting some incredibly good touches there, just not able to get the final ones where they needed it. And that overtime could have went either way, so if you just have a little bit more patience for Kitten Corp on that back line, maybe they are able to find it. You can see right here, Van with an excellent 50, and Darky expecting that to go a little bit different, so they pushed up. And it's just reads like that that are really going to decide the match. And now going into game number 3, it's do or die for Kitten Corp. Now, as you said, facing triple match point, and they're really going to need to pull out all of the stops here if they want to get this to a game 5 against IBuyFursuits.
Oh yeah, but I'm trusting in them that they will do their absolute best now back on US East servers here. Maybe it's gonna be better for them once again. Either way, they have to get something out here. Sharky Boy doesn't seem to be moving here.
Oh, there.
Oh, Sharky Boy seems to have major disconnection issues.
Yeah, we will go ahead and start a new server for these guys. So thank you guys for your patience. We will be back with that here in a couple of seconds. As yeah, they if you ask for it in the first couple of seconds, we can't give that to you. And Sharky did not have good ping, and DC issues are not going to allow that to be very competitive. So we will restart that server. And see if we can get them something that works a little bit better for the teams.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely gonna be good for the side of Kitten Corp, I think, just slowing down IBuyFursuits' momentum from that last OT as we head into the next server. Let's hope this one is gonna be a bit better. I see every ping number be green right here. Definitely love to see that. As the kickoff countdown counts down, once again, it's do or die for Kitten Corp. We do have to see something good come out from them now. And Darky has to get a touch in defense here to make it happen in the first place. He does, but the ball will stay on the blue half for now. Sharky off the sidewall, low boost, but it's not gonna stop him. Golden is, though, gets it right back into that blue backboard. And Sharky with a great 50 away here, that's gonna give him some time. Baking off with the possession now. Off the side, well, not the best touch, but Golden misses the ball as well. Vayan now, you've talked about it before. I think Vayan, kind of a freestyler, if I remember correctly. Definitely gonna be interesting to see what kind of mechanics we see from him. For now, last second save from Sharky to keep us at 0-0.
And a lot of aggression coming out from IBuyFursuits, and you got to think they did get a goal before that server change, but not right before it was asked for, which is why we allowed it. And you got to think that that might play a little bit on the mental for IBuyFursuits as they were up in game 3. However, being at that safe spot of having at least 2 games that they can lose is probably pretty good for the team, as Golden is going to get this save off of the back line. Another big shot coming in from Bloomy, not going to be able to reach the net, and Sharky just with the 50. Now Docky going to come back forward, trying to find someone to pass to, but everybody a little bit too far back. Van with the redirect, and it is going to go straight into Sharky Boy. An overcommit from Golden might have led to a goal, but Aerolax was back with some boost in tank. And now Docky demoed on the play so Van can get this one out. And I think that aggression works very good for Kitten Corp here. We just have to see them continue, but no goals so far. 3:10 on the clock.
Yeah, and we've seen Vayne get a crucial catch there in defense in front of the net. Ball basically coming straight down towards him, and Darky missing the crucial touch in defense here. That's definitely not what you want to see from Kitten Corp's side. Unfortunate, bit awkward. Darky was facing backwards, and he was just not boosting in the correct way to get up to that ball. It's going to be a 1-goal lead for IBuyFursuits. But what I wanted to add, they're up 2 games, and I think that's always a bit of a double-edged sword. As you know, if you lose this game, the opponent is starting to look for the reverse sweep, and that's always something you don't want to happen. For now, that they are up in this game, as the ball goes dangerously in front of their net. Darky is there to put it high. Golden tries for a touch. He gets the 50, but Sharky Boy tries to keep up the pressure off the sidewall. Another touch for Sharky Boy. Vayan touches it away though. Goes into offense now with the musty, breezy, whatever it was. Gets blocked away from Kitten Corp though. 2 minutes 30, half game is over, and Kitten Corp are still trailing by 1.
And Kitten Corp going to have to move forward here if they want to try and take this to a game 4 now. Docky going to be demoed on the play. However, the shot comes in from Sharky Boy, and as I say they need to move forward, they do. Kitten Corp ties up the game.
And that's such a smart play from front to back. Bloomy recognizes if he booms it, his teammate is gonna have a great shot, and Sharky does not try to impress with fancy mechanics, just takes a slow shot down towards the net, as that's just enough to get it in. But now maybe off the kickoff, no, Darky is there to defend it. Sharky's goal is gonna keep us at 1-1, 2 minutes left on the clock, and Sharky tries for another one, gets it around 1. Goal is there for the pinch though. Sharky gets it mid, Darky cannot follow up, no boost left. Takes the ball into his own possession though, now tries to pass it mid. Fanboy Buns missed the ball, and Sharky a bit awkward. It's gonna catch the ball to the side though. And a demo from Baking Loaf here as well. We see some physicality come in for Kitten Corp, and maybe that's just what they need to finally get successful against this IBuyFursuits squad right here.
And the ball left alone for a long time. Vane gets the dunk, and it almost goes into the net. Bloomy will be there for that, but misses the next touch. Sharky gonna have to scramble back for this one. Ball up high. Aerolax looks for the shot. It's gonna be high as well. Vane can't get the touch, and Golden has to put it back towards their own corner. That was definitely a chance for IBuyFursuits there, and they're gonna be shaking their heads wanting that back. But play continues on. 1:12 left, and it's still a tied game. Docky trying to look for any sort of touch there to get that midfield. Not going to be able to find it, and Sharky Boy just going to try and get away from this play. Reposition for the next one. Bloomy looks for the demo, does find one, but Docky puts it up to Vayan on that back wall, so no real pressure comes out. Ball up high, though.
Double commit.
And IBuyFursuits gets a good clear, but no, an own goal from Bloomy, and Aerolax gets credited. IBuyFursuits up by 1.
That's so unfortunate. Aerolax puts it forward, Bloomy tries for the flick, and he touches the ball in the worst position possible right there. A great redirect for Bloomy, unfortunately into the wrong net. It's gonna be a 1-goal lead for IBuyFursuits. Once again, only 40 seconds left. Kitten Corp has to show up right now if they want to still have a chance in this series, and Darky with no boost is gonna have a hard time. Gets a great 50 though, fakes out another one, bumps his own teammate, but it might still lead to something. Bloomy shoots, and Vane is just there for the save. Great defensive effort, it almost looked like an open net. 20 seconds left, still 1 goal to go for Kitten Corp, and Eric tries to steal it here. Sharky was gonna be there for the defense though. as we head into the last 13 seconds. Countdown just about to start. Sharky Boy gets it into the offense, tries for a pinch, doesn't get one against the backboard though. Darky goes for a touch as well. Sharky, no, it's a double commit from Kitten Corp. Ball goes high, 1 second left on the clock and it's bouncing. That's gonna be it. 3-0 sweep for IBuyFursuits.
And that was incredible. I hate to see it end like that for Kitten Corp. That is a heartbreak for them. Unfortunately, that own goal going to lead to their sweep. And my goodness, you gotta give credit where credit's due. As said in the chat by Firestreak, IBuyFursuits is a whole different roster now, and they are looking insanely strong. Now getting their second win 2 weeks in a row, and they're gonna tie themselves up in the standings here with a lot of other teams with that win.
Yeah, they definitely played really great here. I think, unfortunately, some of these goals came up to a bit of luck for IBuyFursuits, but that's not to downplay any of what they did. Great plays from them, both in offense and defense. We've seen some great things come out, even with Erelex subbing in right here. And I think once Corrupt is back, it's just gonna get even worse, and I'm already terrified of facing them myself.